on Instagram and Twitter. Galaxy FM TV on YouTube. And www.galaxyfm.co.uk. This is the mid-morning to Kone 100.2 Galaxy FM.
It's about 5 minutes since Akavako Kutano is Amachagona Kuraledo. Time to update you about what's happening around you. Mugagwira Wam with Pamela Isamat Achom.
Stories from all over the world. Ezekuteo. Taking it a little bit extra. Mugagwira Walk 100.2 Galaxy FM with Pamela Isamat. Mu mid-morning to Kone.
Join us to the live YouTube, Galaxy FM, Stroke TV, even WhatsApp 0707102102. Pam,
Yeah.
what's happening?
Well, let's start off with a police officer who is beat up a thug, a suspected thief, to death. Yeah, the thief died, was pronounced dead as he arrived in hospital. This incident happened over the weekend, where Teddy Copper alleges that he was moving at about 6 a.m. in the morning, going to buy some stuff for himself, and then he was attacked by three armed robbers who started pouncing on him and beating him up. So he was able to grab one of them while the two escaped, and then he beat that one thoroughly until he became unconscious. So when he took him to hospital, he died in hospital. So police is investigating.
Amanya ye Chedikopo nga mu police era akola ku internal affairs nga abeera mu barracks y'enakawa agamba nti ng'ennaku z'omwezi 18 kusanga 10 okumakya bwe yali agenda ogula ebyokulya ku buyinja zone okuliraana Gaitano banga abazigu basatu abamulumba ne bamubako emitwalo 5 egya siringi ze Uganda erwanako yakwasaayo omu n'alwana naye paka bwe yamusinza amaanyi era olwabadde omutuusa mu ddwaliro omuntu ono atannategeerekeka tebamulanga nti yafudde. So kunoonyereza kukyagenda maaso okumanya ebyaliwo obwali bulumbaganyi oba mbeera ndala yonna.
Bachanonyereza. There's a video I saw. There are actually two videos. One was from last week, one is from this week. The one from last week, the guy who kicked
This one around
Wavamuno,
yeah.
And then another one is I don't know if you saw it. Guys who came on a border with a stone, a huge stone, and hit it on the head of another guy who was also on a border nga atuse waka.
Oh my.
You know, like somebody hammering you a stone. Like they don't really care. And what's funny is that the ignorance of these people, they don't mind cameras.
Yeah.
Like they're not covered, they're just there.
They don't think there's surveillance cameras on certain roads. They feel like these panya roads, they feel like those don't have cameras, which is true. So if major roads.
Imagine one of them, this is almost to near death.
Yeah. You can die.
Do you blame him for sometimes?
No, because he was doing it in self-defense. I think that's why Wesigide is saying that we want to establish whether it was actually an attack on him or it was a fight under different circumstances. Because if it was an attack on him, then he was doing it in self-defense. Even me, I would do it if I had to defend myself.
We'll keep you posted. Away from that, what else do we have happening?
Well, we have 14 suspects who have been arrested so far, according to police, for refusing to be counted in the census enumeration program. 10 suspects were arrested from 666. They are part of 666 Njiri religion. These were 10. And then in Bukedi, Butewo, there was also one man who was arrested for refusing. He was called Ignatius Constant. He refused to be enumerated. He said, I was already counted by God. Then there's another family of 3 in Busia, the Busende West Village. The head of the family, called Wawide Collins, also refused for his family to be counted under the same reason, saying that we have already been counted by God. So Enanga
10 suspects from Nawanende village, Namugongo sub-county in Kamuli, who were calling themselves the 666 religion, Njiri religion, who were claiming that Jesus had finished counting them. The group led by Navirie Tefula, whom we already have in custody, and her husband called George, who is in the run, also has a school called Home School Program, Nawende Church, which operates from the home of Navirie Tefula and her husband.
That is strange. It's interesting. Would you blame them? If they have something they believe in.
So what? I mean, these are cults. Because
how do you know that it's a cult? How do you know that what you're in is not a cult? certain ways.
I mean, okay, fine.
What religion do you
let me
subscribe
take
to?
it to an ordinary example of you being in your house and you have 10,000 shillings and you have to budget for this 10k that you have on you. Are you being cultic? Because at the end of the day, ninayo mutwalo, I have to
you're being accountable for
think
it.
about lunch, think about breakfast, think about supper. When just again does
Do you know that there
I
are
must plan
some
also for
people,
tomorrow.
there are some
That's so
people who
simple.
laugh at people who kneel down and say we are praying to God. They ask you who is God. Have you ever seen him?
I mean, those are okay. That's entirely
Okay, you're
that's-
kneeling to that school of thought.
Henry.
Everyone has their own school of thought they subscribe to. However,
Yeah.
some of them lead people astray and some of them are a little bit
That's
too
where
much.
you are a cult.
Like saying people
Yeah.
should not be counted.
Yeah.
But it is what they believe. You see, Pam.
It's wrong.
Let me give you an
It's so
example.
wrong.
When nzijjanga nkukwana nga ndi musajja nenkumatiza ngenda kuzimbira ennyumba 8 ngenda kukolera bizinensi you've not seen those things, they're not tangible.
Yeah.
You believe in what I'm telling you and you subscribe to my school of thought, correct?
Yeah.
People are told different things and they subscribe to them. They religiously believe in them.
Auntie, but there are certain things that are supposed to be common knowledge,
Why
or
don't-
actually common sense. Because the reason why you are counting, even
Yes.
in class, they have been in class, they have probably kids who are going to school. Unless they're saying their kids don't go to school.
Let me
their
give you an
kids-
example.
Because if you have kids going to school,
Yes.
by the time your child comes back and says, I was number 13, they've already counted.
Okay, hold up.
By the time you're...
Who is to blame, number one, and what should be done? For me, in my opinion,
Yeah.
Choku Obaba Siva, arresting them and accusing them, they need to be sensitized. Let me give you an example. You remember when we got the rubber protection,
Yeah.
the CDs, the condoms.
Yeah.
Some people had negative myths and beliefs around them. Simanyi, if you use them, we're going to fall sick. Simanyi,
Leave alone the COVID-19 vaccine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Didn't the sensitization help in the long run?
It
You
did.
see, there had to be a plan. We cannot assume that everybody knows. You understand? There had to be a sensitization plan, especially for people in rural areas. This case is me, in my own opinion. Tezinawana kugwayo. An enumerator is going to go and enter Mze's house.
Yeah.
They will chase him out with a panga. And dogs.
No, but I think the
Ninga bamuskenke sefuria
sensitization
ebihimba.
has
Yes.
been largely done on media platforms. Let's talk about mainstream media.
Media.
Yes, on Uganda, UBC.
Hold up.
I mean, on UBC radio.
Pam.
On radios and TVs, we've
Pam.
had the sensitization being done.
When you're going to
No,
up
listen,
country,
let me explain.
Please do.
The sensitization has been done on one channel that the government has felt, the fourth estate, that the government has felt is effective enough. I also agree with you that sensitization has not been enough because they should have involved the LCs, they should have involved politicians, they should have involved stakeholders in communities, even if teachers, even if like everybody should have been involved. So the government only took the message to the media and social media,
assuming that
everybody is going to be
has
cast
access
wide.
to media.
Kubanga omuntu wawuliza radio because they believe that people up country, most of them tune to radio. So they believe if a woman is going to her garden in the morning with her child on the back,
They will listen to the
Yakuba
Karanga.
awuliza radio while digging. They will believe that anybody, basically, you're in a beer, what do they call this?
You're going to
Small
tell me that
bars.
they are playing those census adverts in the bar.
Yes,
Like
in
you are
the
in the
bar.
Kororo
Muba muuliza ka
dancing,
radio awo.
dimu sanyo nambe fe sanyo tuntu and then prrrr, tsh, breaking
Censor.
news chino chirango. Honestly, if
Yeah.
you're listening in right now, we want to get your honest opinion. In the Woza, yo, do you feel like the authorities have done enough to sensitize the population
Yeah.
about this census? Olowooza bakoze ekimala when it comes to letting people know lwaki beetaaga okubalibwa, lwaki bababala n'engeri gye bagenda obbabalamu. Ku noti musanvu emu noti bbiri. Give me your honest opinion as we're concluding. Pam, away from that as we are wumbling.
Well, we're also getting to that time of the year where the martyrs are being celebrated.
Yeah.
That is Catholic and Anglican martyrs, and we
Yes.
also have the Muslim martyrs. But for them, they are pushed
Muslim
their
martyrs?
Yes.
Okay.
For them, they pushed by their celebration to the 10th of June.
Okay.
The government actually earmarked 200 billion for the Muslim martyrs to celebrate
Wow.
their day.
Okay.
So, according to police, Fred Nanga, Uganda police spokesperson, he says that they are expecting martyrs who are already on their way, trekking from DRC, Kenya, Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan,
Oh, yeah.
and those are already coming towards Namugongo Martyrs Shrine. And then Nebi Diocese, which is the one organizing the whole
Nebi.
event. Yes.
Yes.
Nebi. There are about 724 pilgrims who are marching, and then there are 800 from Lango and several other places. But he's explaining how police is providing safety.
All right.
While resting at churches, others have been resting at schools and community centers. We restricted all movements under the cover of darkness at night and the wee hours of the morning, and we've encouraged them to stay within their groups, carry warm clothes, have their IDs, mobile phones and chargers, light bags, reflectors, ensure those who cannot endure the journey, especially the elderly, for medical attention. We have the police ambulances deployed along all major highways for medical evacuation and emergency response.
Bravo. 15 after 11 in the morning. As we're concluding, we asked, do you feel like or do you think the government has done enough sensitization when it comes to the census? 0707102102 Galaxy.
Jikonkone.
Yo nkoko story chibula yoli fiti mwana uzibala baniga mwana abogera mu luzungu ate mwana muri mboyi ngambo ite bali ya mwana luzungu.
Galaxy. Yes.
Simanyi babalowolesa batya kubanga bakyasiba abantu bangi bandigeze mu byalo ebyo ne bainvolvingamu ba LC bakikola ekintu ekyo olaba wakati simanyi naffe baatubaza otuli eno
we wali obuzibu. Me, even up to today, they've not yet counted me. Galaxy.
Hey, Henry, how are you?
I'm
Hi,
fine.
Spam. So, should we also report the Wubos if we are not counted? Because nafe total de wakatufiridde emirimu gyaffe ate bawoza bagala kusiba abaganya okwewandisa. So they are more busy getting those who are not allowed to be counted than getting the job done elsewhere.
Thank you, Norbert. Galaxy.
Mr. Henry ne Pamela mugamba mutya. Ekintu kyangu nnyo. Ate obakuta ate oyagala basi. For them, they have something they believe in. It's not like they don't know about the census, but they believe in something.
They believe in something different, yes.
Overput. How many people are there? There are 5 people. Count them from the prison. Over.
There's no reason to justify
bana abalala ebiri extra simanyi ogenda mutane emirimu meka ebyo tobibabuuza.
Exactly.
Babuuza ebintu ebye taata olina abaana bameka
that makes sense because you know these are 5 people. Ask them the questions and let them go. Galaxy.
By the time you come, they'll ask you.
Yes.
Nze mwana tebakoze kimala kuba boyi buli muntu gwotukakagamba mwana nze tebanamba okitegeera tebakoze kimala okitegeera baba tebakoze kimala at least banditegese omwezi nga mulamba nga babala abantu naye tebakoze kimala yadde mwana.
Thank you so much. We have 17 after 11. Coming up is I have some good news. Okuva eri bannaffe aba Mandela Group. Pam, do you know Mandela Group?
Yeah.